Well, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, whatever. um, this episode is gonna start off about where I left off with this live stream. I did record an intro, but somehow it ended up missing, or I recorded it and thought I recorded it. I don't know. Either way, I didn't have an intro, and I missed a little bit of the beginning of what I was doing. I basically left off where I started where we left off on this live stream, and instead of logging, I decided to uh, do some contracts, some cultivating contracts. And in the process of trying to do this cultivating contract, I found out my cultivator does not work the way I thought it did, so I did have to switch cultivators. Anyway, this is where that episode's going to begin, so enjoy. Okay, that is strange. Loaded a test map here. I'm not going to save this, obviously. It's something to do with this cultivator. I mean, technically, yeah, this really isn't a cultivator, and it does pick the rock for you. That's a little cheaty. So I found another cultivator. This one seems to work. It allows me to do the work. So I might have to do a little trading and swapping here. So this one allows me to do the job. Okay. One final test. This says 40 horse. I gotta see. Are you gonna disconnect sometime today? Thank you. I gotta see if my little Ford is capable of even pulling that. This might not be doable, guys. All these little game glitches. Can this little guy pull this? Because I'm willing to make a trade, and I think they're about the same price. Okay, it lifts it up, no problem. Can it pull it? Okay, no problems, no problems. Okay, guys, I may have a solution. Alright, and obviously I'm going to have to get a rock picker from now on for my fields. That was kind of nice. I will admit this other model drag was pretty cool, but yeah, it's not really a cultivator. It kind of is. It's more of a smooth and drag than as a cultivator. So all right, I'll accept that little boo-boo. So if I want to cultivate fields, I'm going to have to do this. Okay, let's check prices here. Always making the game harder. Yeah, it's exactly the same price. Well, not quite. I got the 3 meter. How wide is this? Okay, it's a little narrower. Okay, so it is just a tickle narrower. I'll accept this. Should I do an even trade though? Alright, I'll figure something out. At least I figured out why the game is not working. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. I noticed with this cultivator doesn't pop wheelies as much. That's kind of nice. Another option I did take off. I did 2 tests. I tried one test run with the harrowers to see if it would take away rocks like the first one did. I thought, well, it's worth the extra $200 if it does the same work, but it doesn't. It doesn't seem to make a difference, so I subtracted that part on it. I also took a little bit of a hit. I sold the old one for $350 some, and then I just bought it. I suppose I could return some of my money, but I did use it for a bit, so we'll just say that, I don't know. Oops, I forgot to take the contract again. There we go. Alright. See if we can get some work done this time. Life's little game glitches. I just wanted a paycheck, that's all I wanted. Ugh. Being a little funky with the steering here. Come on. We got a pretty good sized field to do here. Whether this will be faster than logging, I don't know. But, something different anyway. We're trucking along pretty good here. What do you mean? It's not finished yet. Contract finished my butt. Alright, whatever, I'll take it. Okay. Collect. If you're happy with it, then I guess I'm happy with it. Whatever. It was $3,000 though. Good money. Should I do any more today? What else we got for contracts? I don't know if I want to do a field that big. Definitely probably don't want to do any plowing. That's... well, we'll see how this goes. We definitely got enough money to get by for a little while. And the cows are starting to pop out some babies, so... we'll just do enough, just enough to skim by. We don't want to work any harder than we have to. Whee! Whoa, easy there, girl. Whoa, come on, come back down, come back down. Come on. Come on, come on. There we go. Could we be any more crooked, though? Damn it. Straighten your back out. There we go. That wasn't such a bad job. Hopefully got enough money to get us by for the winter anyway. And I saved some trees in my forest. Well, why not? It's a little bit bigger field, but it pays a little better. Why not? I think we can handle it. They're pretty decent paying jobs doing these. I advanced another month and they're just still not quite making enough money with the milk, man. So we just gotta do this just to get by a little bit longer. I think we're gonna catch up though. The milk chicks are slowly getting bigger. Just gotta do what we gotta do. I don't mind doing these jobs. This ain't too bad. Alright, another job complete. Ish. I think they do that on purpose in the game, so you only got to get a certain percentage of the field done. I've ran into that with other maps where no matter what you did, you couldn't get the job completed, so I think they do that just so you got some wiggle room so the task can always be completed, even if you do miss a little bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boy, that wheelie is tricky. Getting back on the trailer is a little tricky here. You gotta kind of hop up there and pop a wheelie and then quick slam on the brakes to bring the front end back down. See if we can do this carefully. Come on, I've done it before. You know what? What if we back on there? It's too bad there ain't a small weight that you can't add to this little Ford 9N. If you had just a little bit of weight, it'd be like the perfect whittle tractor. That works. Backing on there. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to the man. Let's collect a paycheck. Oops, I'm sorry. I mean, ma'am. Well, that should get us by for a little while. Let's see how the winter goes. I noticed also, since I disabled that realistic weather mod, talk. Since I disabled and I'm no longer using that realistic weather mod, I noticed that I'm not getting the snow we used to get. Of course, it is only January and it could be just a mild winter, but used to get a lot more snow, it seemed like, when I was using that mod. So we'll see how the winter goes. Figured as long as I was in close to town anyway, figured I might as well stock up on bags of mineral feed here. Now I do have universal auto load, so I've been using that. There. Got 20 more bags of mineral feed. That should get us by till at least, I don't know, more cows, more food. Should get us by till spring, maybe midsummer or so, I would think. I've been keeping an eye out for a mod to grind my own mineral feed. That'd be kind of cool. I know in FS25 I had a grinder where you could just take any grain type product and just grind it into mineral feed. It looked very similar to let's see, where is that? What was that under? Yeah, it was this thing. This, you could grind anything into mineral feed, but now this is a TMR mixer now, so that no longer works. So I figure something out maybe. Mineral feed hasn't been that expensive, so I guess I don't mind buying these little bags. And I don't even think if things get really crazy, I think mineral feed is just an addition, you know, a bonus. I'm pretty sure it's similar to the older version of the game. You technically don't even have to add straw or mineral feed. If you just mix hay and silage, it will turn into mineral feed or TMR. So, but to keep the game more realistic in my head and fair, I do like to have all 4 ingredients. Just seems more fair that way. Ew. Now we got a little bit of snow in February. Okie dokie. How we doing here, Momos? A little bit hungry. Okay. Yes, I know it's feeding time. I feed you. No problem. Cows be hungry. There. A little bit left in there. Okay. Yes, eat up, girls. Eat up. Get quite the herd going on here. Let's see, how's everybody doing here? Ooh, cute, and Caitlin's gonna pop a baby here pretty soon, and so is Pineapple. Good deal, good deal. Oh, and the 3 baby. Oh, that's gonna be a little while before we get the 3 baby one. But if we look at the finances here, oops, am I in the right category? No. Where's the money one? Oh, duh. There's finances. Milk. How are we doing with the milk prices here? Sold milk. Yep, we're slowly climbing. We're up almost to $500. Less bread. As long as we can keep it in the white, we'll do okay. We'll do okay. Alright, it's ever so slowly coming around. Ever so slowly. Going back outside. But if I open the door for you. Oh, that one's got a brand on her butt. That's kind of cool. I never noticed that before. Now, is that the number? 0006004? Huh. Oh, you look a little cold out here. Poor little guy. Why don't you go in the barn? You guys. Oh, that one's enjoying the snow. Whee! Which one's this one? Oh, Bandit. Bandit. He's enjoying the snow. It's like, yee, snow to play in. Oh. We got quite the awesome, cute little farm going on here, guys. And ever so slowly, I think we're going to start making a profit. Once we get that bank loan paid off, that's going to help a lot. How much longer do I got to go on that anyway? We're almost halfway there. Yeah, them $1,500 a month bank payments are going to hurt for a little while, but once we get them paid off, then we're going to have a nice, profitable, small, teeny, tiny little farm. Why are you walking through the milk house wall? Yep, I love this little farm. It is so cute. I just love it. I like how the cows come into the stalls. Milking time. 0106. Interesting. Very interesting. Yes, yes, yes. Cool. Moo. Yeah, they need to fix that collision a little bit where they're walking through the milk house wall. They'd walk straight through here and into their stall. That'd be just perfect. That's the calf pen. You can't go in the calf pen. That's where the baby calves are supposed to be. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I love it. Yay, pineapple had her baby. That means more milk. What did she have for a baby? Another bull calf. What's with these bull calves, man? We need more heifers. Ugh. Well, I might as well keep feeding them and grow them up and get them to be halfway decent steers, and I'll sell them. We'll make some money off them, no doubt. I would like to get more heifers, more milking cows, though. That would be nice. How are we doing with feed? Oh, yeah, they need more feed, more straw, more this, more that, more everything. More feed. I may have to get a bigger mixer someday when that goes to a tractor. I do believe, though, if I don't mind cheating a little bit, I do believe, let's see, was this under miscellaneous? That you can get, if you get this mod, you can do an unrealistic capacity. Right now it holds 5,000. Yeah, you can get it so it holds 25. And if this feed mixing thing does get a little too monotonous, I may do that and still keep the little feed cart. So we'll see how it goes. I like that it gives you that option at least, because I would like to keep everything small, keep it, you know. We'll just increase the, when things get too out of hand, I'll just increase the capacity so I don't have to do this mixing quite as often. See how it goes. So far I like how it's going. Alright, first things first. I got plenty of silage. And so I think first crop I'm going to make it all hay. Even though we got a bit of hay, I wouldn't mind having a little more. My biggest issue is straw. I have a problem with straw yet. Hopefully, by fertilizing this, I get a better yield off of this wheat field. Or no, it's barley now. But yeah, hopefully I get a better yield off this year. I still suspect that my harvester's not dropping all the straw it should be dropping. So I don't know yet. I'll just kind of wing that, I guess, see how it goes. Alright, I'm going to make some first crop. You've seen me do that hundreds of times. I'll do that mostly off camera. I would like to plant some corn this year, but I don't know if that's in the cards yet. At the very least, oh, how much fuel is left in that? Oh, we got plenty of fuel. I was going to say, at the very least, at least get all the grass cut before I do any plowing. I could sell some hay and that would make me a little bit of money too, so we'll see how it goes. Man, that's beautiful. I'm really getting good with this little old rake. Now I just gotta find a baler. I gotta get some kind of baler. Well, it's pretty cool baling all that by hand. I gotta figure out some kind of baler setup here. Not sure what. Why is my harvester parked so weird? Somehow that got knocked out of whack a little bit. Let's see, let's just kind of park this here. See if I can get this straightened out. Oh, this could be interesting. It's like rolled over into a small tree here. Why did it do that? Why? Ooh, careful. I think I can squeeze them out of here. There we go. Get this parked back where it belongs. Yeah, some of this equipment, especially some mods, they forget to put the wheel chocks on things. So if you got a little bit of an incline or a little bit of a hill, things tend to roll around sometimes. Alright, let me do some research. I gotta figure out some kind of baler setup. I might even have to do another contract to make a little bit of money, but I really want to start making bales with machinery instead of by hand. So let me see what I can come up with here. Okay, I think I got somewhat of a game plan here. There is a couple of contracts here I definitely can do. This one's not worth very much money, but I do believe I don't need to rent the equipment. I have everything I need to do it. I got the skid steer, chainsaw, trailer. And I do believe when I cut these deadwoods, I think I can keep the trees. And there's only 3 of them. So that'll give me a little bit of money. I'm going to tackle that contract. And maybe I'll do this one again. So that'll make me a little bit of money. So let me do a couple of them contracts and see if I can make a little bit of money, and I'll see how much money I got, if I got enough to do what I think I'm going to do here. I'm thinking them trees are probably fairly big. I better take the skid steer and the flatbed trailer. So, it's early in the day and we can pretend the hay's just not quite ready enough to bale yet. I think I got a game plan. My options are very, very limited. What I'm kind of leaning towards here, at first, I thought about doing this. The cheapest round baler is $2,000. And it is still following my under 100 horsepower. But I'm not, even though I do got the skid steer, I can handle them big bales. My mixer is not going to handle them, because them big bales are over 6,000 liters, so I really don't have the proper mixer for round bales. So that option's kind of out at the moment, unless I get a bigger TMR mixer, which could happen maybe later on down the future. Square balers. I'm kind of after this. To me, this is way overpriced. This is where I make little exceptions to the rules again. I'm thinking I'll pay $2,000 for it. Because if that big round bale is worth $2,000, then this is, I'm willing to pay $2,000 for a good, decent baler. I also like it because it has that really old vintage look. It doesn't take much for horsepower. It was a toss-up between this one and I did have another baler here, but it cost a bit more and it's newer looking. I do have, where are you? There it is. I do have this New Holland. But that one requires a little bit more horsepower, and it's a newer looking baler. So I'm thinking that first baler, like I say, I already checked all the mods. I cannot find anything for small square balers. That is it. So I'm gonna have to make some exceptions to the rule, make this work. I also tested this already. My little Ford 9N cannot handle it. It just pops a wheelie right up in the air. So I will have to invest in a little bit bigger tractor. So I need about $2,000 plus another $3,400 for this Alice Chalmers WD-45. This will handle that baler. So all in all, I need a little over $5,000 to make this work. So let me do these contracts off camera, see if I can make a bit more money, and we'll go from there. I really want a small square baler. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it happen here. And you guys see me do enough work logging and stuff, so that is my game plan. Let's see if this plan will work. Well, jeepers, Walter. You got me you're gonna make me go through the woods here? My goodness. So where are these dead trees at? They're usually marked with a red tag. Somewhere over here. Oh, there they are. Okay, well that's not so bad. This is gonna be an easy job. I think. Okay, we got that ready to go. Yeah, sure, Walter. I can take these 3 trees out. No problem. Make me a little bit of money. At least I'm not knocking down no more trees in my forest. I really want to keep my forest if possible. So I'm probably going to do a few more contracts for a little while. We're getting there. Like I say, the first part, the first couple of years or so are always the toughest, the most struggling. We'll get there. We'll get there. Alright, Walter, I do believe that was the last little piece we need to clean up. FYI, do not, I repeat, do not collect the contract until after you take the wood in. Unless you want to do this job again. Yeah, I paused here, collected, and my load of wood disappeared. Like, that's not fair. So I'd come back and do it again. Like, I want all the money I can get. Now, being this is dead wood, I don't think you get paid as much, obviously, but I do think you get paid a bit. Let's say I've done this contract before a long time ago, and you get a bit of money, but not a lot. But hey, I'll take whatever I can get, man. Oh, that's not bad. Almost $600. Okay. You know what? That is enough to buy the tractor I need to run the baler. Let's get that bought and get it home right away. Ugh. Always just barely skimping by. Now we gotta make another $2,000 to get the baler. Oh shoot, this is a tricycle front end. Boy, I hope this'll go on the trailer. You can put a tricycle tractor on a trailer with only 2 ramps. There's a trick to it. I wonder if I can show that trick on here on the game. So basically, you move the ramp so you get your. You kind of go like this. If it's gonna let me do it, come on. There we go. That's how you do it. You guys get the idea. I've done it many a times in real life. But yeah, you just get your tricycle up there first and then at an angle. The angle, the dangle, you know. Alright, we got the tractor. One more contract and hopefully we'll have a baler. On to the next job. You've guys seen me do this before. So making some money, making some money. Alright, the load is here. Contracts, please. Did I not collect from that one yet? Huh? Alright. And collect. Look at that. I think we got just enough for the baler. Alright. Well, I will have once I readjust things here. You know, matter of fact, let's do that right now. Let's get that purchased. I'll have to make 2 trips. I also got to run and pick up my skid steer. Okay, let's have a look at that baler that I want. Make some adjustments here. They want 12 for it, but I'm willing to pay 2. So if I cheat in exactly $10,000, I think that'll make it fair. So let's do that right now. Before I do that, I'm going to save. That just seems like a fair price to me. I say I don't normally like doing this, but I will do it to make the game more fair. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's purchase that baler. Okay, I think that's fine. We don't need that, don't need that. We don't need lights on it. Warning triangle is fine. Rear hitch. Might get a hay wagon someday, no problem there. Drive cover. No, that costs more money. I would say it looks pretty good just the way it's set up. Looks like a nice simple old baler. So we got to pay a little bit extra money for the twine and hitch. I'm willing to pay for that. Okay, we have a baler. Alright, I think I'm going to run, pick up my skid steer, get that back home, come back with the truck, pick this up, and maybe we can make some hay finally. Well, we finally have a baler, boys. We finally have a baler. Finally. And we got another tractor. Give this poor little Ford a little break once in a while. Alright. Let's see how this new rig works. Like I say, there's only 2 things. Let's see, before I start the tractor, that's a noisy tractor. The only 2 things I'm not fond of with this baler. One is the price. Definitely got to lower the price. But I love the looks of it. And 2, the bales that come out, instead of the standard 120 cm bales, they're 90, which can conflict with some auto-loading trailers and stuff. but I did check it off camera. It does work with this, so we should be okay. We'll see. I think I can make it work with what I have set up so far. And it took me the longest time to figure out how to unfold it, but I'm going to let you in on the secret right now. Okay, to unfold, which one is it? Control K. Control K unfolds that, and is it Shift K? Yeah, Shift K and Control K unfold it. Okay, lower that. Alright, let's see if we can pop out some bales here. Alright. Now we can make some bales. Probably should have just did this a little sooner, but I was kind of stalling and hoping to get a better baler. Yeah, they're different size, but I think they're the same volume. I'll do a quick comparison. Yep, it does load them. See how they're just a different size, but I think the volume is the same. Yeah, if you look on the right, square hay bale, 600 liters, 28 bales. Same, so they're the same volume, just a different size. So, alright, I'm gonna pump out some bales. This should go much quicker than doing it by hand. I love the sound effects of this baler too. Well, jeepers! We made so many bales, I ran out of twine. Yeah, this is working very, very, very well. Boy, I hope I got enough money to buy some twine. Here it is. I don't have quite enough money. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I suppose I could take the truck, load up a few bales, just sell a few bales of hay. Just enough so I can get a pallet of twine. Let's do that. I can test and see how the auto load. It seemed like the auto load worked okay with these bales on the truck. I couldn't remember for sure. Yeah, it seems to work okay. There. Now I got enough money for twine. Was that not the right category? There. Yeah, it is. Case. New Holland. I don't remember what brand that baler was. I guess it really doesn't matter. Twine is twine. There. Alright. Can we finish this job? Whoops, I should shut that off. I can sit there for now. Refill baler, please. Thank you. Last rin roll. Oh, I see I missed a couple of spots there. "83 bales of hay. That's quite impressive for a little field like this, and I haven't even been fertilizing it. Not bad at all. If I had to make them by hand again, I'm glad I took the time to figure out some kind of way to bale up hay. There, let's see, I do believe unload bales early, please. There we go. Not gonna push them out. Get out of there. What about that one? That one come out? Or is that just gonna stay there? I guess that one's just gonna stay there. Alright, that's alright. Now, hopefully, I did not test how well my trailer auto-loads these bales. I know the truck can, but I did not test the trailer. So I guess we're going to find that out next. First I got to put this twine away someplace safe. Let's see, skid steer please, forks. Alright, it's not the end of the world if the auto load doesn't work on this trailer, because I can pick them up with the truck. I'm really hoping this works. Oh yeah, so far it seems to be behaving. If anything, maybe they stack better than the previous size bales. I like it. So far so good. I'm pleased. Come on, truck, turn. Okay, so it does still have the same issue. We can't fill it full. We have to cut it off one bale short, otherwise it wants to... Now if I go real slow, maybe it'll... Yeah, it's not strapping them down, unfortunately. So if I do go to haul them, it looks like it's doing some. Come on. Yeah, it doesn't want to quite strap them all down. But that's okay. If we leave it one bale shy of being full and leave the auto load turned on, and then I can haul them. Okay. How are they stacking in here? Oh yes, we're stacking very nice. No, not really. It's leaving a little space, but... I don't care, as long as it's functional. It's the best I could do. I'm just debating if... No, I was going to say not yet. If I do sell some hay, let's wait for the price to be decent. But we are going to need a little bit of money for that next bank payment, so we'll have to figure something out. Maybe I'll just do another contract on the side. Figure something out. There, a nice clean hay field. Quite pleased with that. I need to turn the light refraction down on that trailer a little bit. Oof, almost blinds me. Oops, no, don't strap. Unload, please. There we go. Sweet! I don't know if that was the best way to spot to unload it, but should be okay. Yeah, I did a bunch of stuff here. Well, not a bunch, but I did that contract again. And I also bought 20 more bags of mineral feed. $1,600 should be enough to slip by another month. Hopefully. Again, just skimming by. Don't think there's anything else I can do this month. I would love to start planting corn and doing the forage thing for silage, but that's going to take a bit of an investment, so I think I'm going to hold off on that for a while. I suppose some of the bags clipped through the wall, didn't they? Yes, they did. Can I? May I? No, I cannot. Well, I'll just carry them in one at a time. Alright, we'll just be a little messy. Okay, so they're not stacked pretty anymore, whatever. Alright, let's check the cows. Could top them off, I guess. Okay, how did you get stuck? Come on. There you go. Listen, you. Steer the way I want you to steer. There we go. Cows, happy, healthy, looking good. Okay. I think we sleep away another month and see what happens. Let me double check everything. Definitely got a couple bull calves that could go in, but I figured they're worth more money if I raise them up. Okay, we got that one making milk, that one making milk. That one's too young. Ooh, he needs to go down the road one of these days. And ooh, 3 babies is coming up. Yeah, we got a couple coming up here. Just in the fall anyway. Alright, let's see if we can scheme by another month. Well, alright, we made it into May. And unfortunately, I think we better cut it off here. Video's already getting too long. So, I will, ain't sure what I'm gonna do. But, I guess we'll find out next time. Bye for now.